It's another Saturday night, and I'm sitting here with something I picked up a week ago for, what did I pay? It says here $54.99, which really in reality with taxes and everything is $63.24. That's what it cost. The prices are slowly going up. I'm sort of going back to my roots here. Going to go and revisit one of the first single malts, or probably the first single malt that I ever tried. This was way back, a good 30-something years ago. Probably around 1984. Yeah, 84, 85, something like that. And this is actually the first single malt that I ever heard of. And so when I heard of it, I thought, okay, I'd have to try it. At that time, I was drinking Canadian whiskeys like Seagram VO and Weiser's Deluxe 10-year-old and things like that. And that's kind of where my tastes were at the time. So I had never tried a single malt. And I think I may have tried a blended scotch, which I thought had been awful. But, okay, let's try single malts. And here it is. It is the 12-year-old Glenfiddich, if you can read that. They've changed the tube a little bit, the coloring of it. It has a deer on there now, which it didn't have at the time, but it always has the triangular thing to it. Grant & Sons always does that. They have the triangular either bottle or tube. I don't know, maybe they didn't have a triangular tube back then, but they did have a triangular bottle for sure. Okay, Glenfiddich, single malt Scotch whisky, independent family distiller since 1887, aged 12 years. Our signature malt. So this pioneer of the single malt category is uniquely married in oak tons for a beautifully balanced nose and refreshingly complex flavor. And the pot stills are also direct fired, from what I understand. Join our family to become a Glenfiddich explorer or enjoy a virtual tasting with our malt master, Brian Kinsman. Visit www.glenfiddich.com. Okay, now it's got some marketing blurb on here. It says, married for ultimate complexity. After being matured in the finest Oloroso sherry and bourbon casks, our whiskey is married in oak tons to give it an unrivaled harmony, complexity, and depth. Okay, well, to read the rest of it, that's going to be easier on my eyes to do it this way. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Our award-winning style. Smooth and beautifully balanced nose complemented by refreshingly rich and complex notes to fresh pear and subtle oak. A signature style that's made us the world's most awarded single malt. Also, I think the world's best-selling. Family run since 1887. William Grant, our founder, hand-built our distillery with the help of his family in 1887. Also established our signature style, taking a high cut point from his small stills, a tradition we still continue today. Well, that's about all it says on here. Let's get this open and pull out the old bottle. Yeah, the bottle doesn't look much different from the way it used to. There's nothing left in here. Let's see now. Oh, yeah, I think it used to look a little fancier back in the day. It had a lot of more curly cues and things around the label, as I recall. You can probably find pictures of it on the internet somewhere. And here it says the same things on the bottle as it says outside on the tube. Beautifully balanced nose, complemented, blah blah, and so on. Skillfully crafted, enjoy responsibly. William Grant & Sons Ltd. So this is going back, more than half my life, to my late teens and early 20s when I first tried this stuff. So yeah, it's 30-something years ago. I haven't had Glenfiddich 12 in a while, so this is almost like a completely new experience. to have it again after all this time. Oh, well, that came off easily. And we'll pour ourselves a dram in one of my customary glasses that has been washed out with whiskey already. What did I have this morning? Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I had this morning to wash this out. Oh, yeah. I finished some black grouse. There's none left. It's done. That's what I had this morning. I had 2 drams of black grouse left in that bottle. And I had something before that. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, yeah. I had some black bottle before that. That's what I had this morning. But this evening, we will start our little flight with a single malt, namely the 12-year-old Glenfiddich. I really like, and this is bottled at 40% alcohol, I believe. Did I see that somewhere? Yes, I did. I love the 15, which is bottled at like 53.5 or something like that, and it's just perfect. This is going to be hopefully an equally good experience, but it will not carry the flavor as much just because it's only at 40%. Fruity. Not intensely fruity. I get a pleasant light fruit kind of aroma from it. I get pears. I get pears. I'm getting some kind of a woody note too. Light fruits. Like pear and apple. Like a Granny Smith apple. A bit of cinnamon along with that apple. This is Speyside, by the way. There's a very light hint of some kind of grape, maybe from the sherry. It's probably been chill filtered and colored a bit. Not too much, it's not too dark, it's just yeah. Bit of a oaky note there. It's like a toffee. It's not very strong though. Some caramel and vanilla in there too now that it's opening up a little bit. My first sniff, all I got was pear. Now it's getting a little more complex. Yeah. Pear, apple, that kind of thing. Some toffee, some caramel, some vanilla. More fruits on the right side. More caramel on the left side. I don't know how that works. Maybe that's part of the stereo picture. Okay, we're coming up on 10 minutes here. I didn't think I'd be spending this much time on Glenfiddich 12, but here we go. Let's give it a taste. Here it's tasting a little bit malty. Malty in the center and in the back. On the sides I'm getting fruits, apple, pear, and some spice. Mostly cinnamon kind of spice. Little bit of, caramel, vanilla from the wood right in the center. Do that again. More vanilla and caramel this time. A little bit of spice. Oh, lots of pear on the sides and on the roof of the mouth. The finish, the aftertaste, it's a little bit of bitterness there. I'm not sure. Maybe that comes from the Oloroso sherry. Yeah, there is a bit of a sherry note and a bit of a cherry note as well towards the end, like a bit of a maraschino thing. Cherry blossom, that maybe a little bit of chocolate even in there. It's a little bit like, the aftertaste reminds me of the Canadian candy thing called a cherry blossom. It's like a chocolate thing with little nuts sprinkled in it, and inside there's this really sweet gooey sauce, and there's like a maraschino cherry right inside the middle of it. It reminds me a lot of that. And let's go once more to really finish up this one. Doesn't seem like much at first, but then it really opens up. The second sip was really nice. Caramel, vanilla, cinnamon, some pear, bit of apple, and then there's like that, a little bit of that bitter note as it goes down, and then at the very end that maraschino cherry kick. That's not bad. It's quite nice. I probably wouldn't have tasted half those things the first time I tried it 30-something years ago, but as a beginner single malt, if you have been drinking blends I didn't drink blends much. I just went straight to this stuff from Canadian whiskey. But as an introduction to Scotch, to single malts, you could do worse than this. This is nice. It's pleasant. Yes, there are some people who would argue that there are other 12-year-old single malts in the same price range that would be better and a better place maybe to start, or more tasty. For example, there's no smoke in this. It's just fruity and a little bit woody, and but all in all, a pleasant experience. When you don't, it has some complexity, yes, but it's not the most complex whiskey you'll ever have, and it is more or less mass produced, as they produce a lot of this stuff. But it's still, for the amount that they make, the quality is still there. It is still a fine, reasonably priced single malt. Anyways, I want to drink to your health and say sláinte.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.